From Pectic and Schaefer on the west end of Long Beach. And my friend Eddie Digital, he's going to be in his moment right now because we have several passionate people about music tonight. And without any further ado, let's turn it over to Eddie Digital.
Yeah!
Digital here. First off, I want to give a shout out to my man in the studio in Babylon, Tom Ross. Love you, Tom. Miss you over there. But giving you a big shout out here from Long Beach at halftime, Howie. So let's get into our first guest. We have the great Joanna Matheson-Elmer here with us this evening. Now, what Joanna does is she runs a lot of the concert festivals we have here in Long Beach, and we have a really big one coming up called the Blues Festival. So Joanna, why don't we start with the Blues Festival? Let us know when it's going to be and what exciting acts you have lined up for us.
Okay, sure. Okay, the dates for the 3rd annual Barrier Beach Blues and Arts Festival are June 30th, Thursday. Actually starts June 29th because I did get one of our local musicians, Ben Metzger, Benoit, he goes by, and he's going to be performing over at the Avenue Cafe on Wednesday night, so that'll be our opening party. And we have 29 groups, 29 performances scheduled. So it runs through July 3rd. Some of the highlights that we have, Toby Walker. One of the things I did want to mention is that our inspiration comes from the Memphis Blues. And what we did this year is we took artists who have performed down in Memphis, people who have competed for positions here on Long Island with the Long Island Blues Foundation, Society actually. And these were all people that won the competition here on Long Island. They went down to Memphis and competed. Now, Toby Walker actually won the International Blues Competition. So he's going to be at the library. We also have Valerie June, who is an upcoming artist from Memphis, Tennessee. And she's coming in. She does roots music. She's a very, very unusual singer, and I think people are going to be really delighted to meet her and see her. And we have Alexis P. Suter, anyone who's in the circuit in blues. She's going to be headlining on Saturday. She has a big band, probably 5 or 6 other members in the band, and a voice unlike anything you have ever heard. We have 6 venues. They include Lola's, and they will be having groups for all 4 nights. We have the Stone Turtle, the Hub Billiards Club, Avenue Cafe, Nick's Tuscan Grill, and George Martin's Grill Fire. And then on Sunday, we have a big event in the Plaza, and we work with Arts in the Plaza. We actually provide the music on Sundays from May until October. And that Sunday we will have 4 bands, but we'll also have a drum circle. We're going to have workshops for kids, and they're going to make instruments. That's one of the things about the Memphis Blues. You see some of the instrumentation that was created. You had these very, very poor musicians that came to the cities, and they would take cigar boxes. They would take those metal tubs, and then they would put a stick in it and a string, and it became an instrument. I've even seen people playing with a nail and a string in the wall of a porch, and that became the instrument. So what we're going to do with the kids is creatively have them use their imagination, use found objects, and they're going to create instruments and then have a little bit of a performance with them as well.
Well, Joanna, it sounds like with the 29 different acts that you're going to be having at this festival, you're going to cover all different kinds of facets of blues music. It sounds like it's also going to be very educational for children. It sounds like it's going to be something for all ages.
That's absolutely right.
From kids to teenagers to adults. And everyone knows, blues is the root of rock and roll. It's the heart of rock and roll. That's what rock and roll came from. So I think it sounds like it's going to be a real fun time. I'm sure you're going to have great crowds, and it sounds like a real fun thing that I'll be attending as well.
Excellent.
So Joanna, moving right along, I know you have a few other festivals coming up in Long Beach. What's your next one?
Well, actually, the next one comes up in 2 weeks. It's the Cabaret. And I have the lovely Champagne Pam here with me this evening, and she's going to discuss all of the different acts. She's actually going to be performing. She's also going to be on one of the panels because she does cabaret. It's one of her specialties, one of her areas of specialty. So can I pass the phone over to her or switch seats?
Switch seats.
Okay.
Let me get the mic here. Okay, so coming up WGBB is we have the wonderful, the fabulous, the beautiful. We have Champagne Pam right here on the Halftime Howie Show. Now, Champagne Pam has a great story she's going to let you guys know about. We have really 3 things we need to cover with Champagne Pam. Number 1 is she's a cabaret singer. Number 2, she also has a 10-piece orchestra, which is a wedding band called Code Blue. And thirdly, she also has an original project that she does with her husband. And besides being a musician and a singer, she also has a daytime job. So Champagne, why don't we start with your daytime job, and then we'll go right into your whole cabaret career.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds good. Hello, thank you for having me today. Some of you in Long Beach might have seen me around during the day, during the week. I walk dogs here in Long Beach during the day, during the week. And I put that career and my singing career together for my latest cabaret show called The Dog Walking Diva. So it's a little intimate concert through story and song, and I take you through a day in the life of the glamorous dog walking profession. I also take care of cats and birds too, so just a little inside information. So yes, I'm really excited about the Cabaret Festival this year in Long Beach. It's the first time that I will be a part of it, and I'm very honored to be in the group of all these wonderful performers that are coming here to Long Beach. The first night of the festival is Thursday, June 2nd at the library at 7:30 p.m. It's like a master workshop in singing. And it's kind of like behind the scenes look at perfecting the vocal performance. I will be choosing a song, and Anita will be helping me perfect getting the meaning of it to the audience, you know, because that's what cabaret is. It's basically the revelation of the individual's performer's personality through music and stories, and trying to get a message out there. That's what cabaret is. It's like a theme. You choose a theme of whatever interests you, or like a certain composer, or just the subject matter, and it's a little intimate concert, you know, letting yourself out there. So Thursday night's the first night of the festival, and that's Anita Darian, and there's going to be guests, Kate Cook, myself, Champagne Pam, and Janine Washinger, and others along with us. And then Friday night we have Stephanie Nikiasen with Hod O'Brien, and her show is called Let's Misbehave with Cole Porter. A little naughty, a little nice, and a lot of fun. That's also at the library at 8 o'clock on Friday. And then Saturday we have kind of like a panel of cabaret professionals. It's called Cabaret Conversations with Rob Lester, who is an amazing, amazing critic in the cabaret world. A heavy hitter, Eric Michael Gillette. He is a fantastic performer. He's been on television. He's won all sorts of awards, and he's a fabulous entertainer. The Resignos, who I'm excited to meet. I haven't seen them yet, but they'll be on the panel as well as me, and we'll be talking about, you know, the ins and outs and the business sides and the entertainment side of cabaret. And that night, 8 p.m. Saturday night, the big headliner, Eric Michael Gillette with Jeff Cubetta, and then we'll have fun. It's cabaret.
Haha. All right, Champagne Pam. So besides the cabaret thing, I also know you have this wonderful original project that you do with your husband. You go by Pamela Lewis. And for those of you who are going to be watching on YouTube tomorrow, this is her CD. It is available. You can listen to music on your website. Champagne, why don't you let everybody know your website, social media, Facebook, email, what do you have?
Okay. My original music could be heard on myspace.com/ChampagnePam. My other website is champagnepam.com, which is all cabaret, and there's also links to my other media there. I'm on Facebook, which is basically Pamela Lewis or Champagne Pam, and my email is champagnepam@hotmail.com. Feel free to contact me with any suggestions. I take requests, and any suggestions, anything you got to say, I'm listening.
So Joanna, thank you for the great work you do here in town in Long Beach with all these wonderful music festivals. We're going into our prime time summer season now, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people out and about enjoying all the great music. And Champagne Pam, thank you very much for being on the Halftime Howie show. I'm sure WGBB listeners really enjoyed it, and I'm sure you'll be getting a lot of hits on your website. So now back to Halftime Howie.
All right, let's give it up for Joanna and Champagne Pam. All right, we have 3 great guests coming up after the break. We have Roger Gingo from theMaskGorilla.com. We have What's Happening in Walter's World, and we have our very own The Hockey Spin with Tracy Lynn, who's going to talk about the great Boston Bruins, how they're bringing the cup back to Boston. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to take a break. My name is Halftime Howie. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie from the prestigious law offices of Pecknick, and Schaefer on the Wild West and of Long Beach on Long Island's first radio station, WG.